It's been a while, life has been crazy, but time for another unboxing video. This is from Highspots. This is late March of 2020, stuck right in the middle of the coronavirus here in the United States. And this was their WrestleCon sale, kind of, as they're trying to make up some money, as they got some money tied up in WrestleCon, and so they had to put some of their DVDs on clearance. There's a lot of random DVDs in this box. I don't know, there's a few I ordered specifically, but most of them are random, so it's going to be very interesting to see what we get today. And this is, yeah, I guess we're not going to WrestleMania, so this is the next best thing. I've always been very impressed with Highspots, and so hoping that they do a really good job at WrestleCon every year. I'm going to put down, looks like I got one more side to get out. There's my sheet hole. He threw in a card. Oh, we got, I don't even know what that is, but it's a card of, I'm assuming, a wrestler. We'll look at more of that later. And there are a lot of DVDs to go through, so we should enjoy this. There's all something to do for the next 2 months when we're all stuck inside. Let's just start here, I guess. We have The Road to Greatness Night 2. That is not an ROH DVD of any kind. I do see Davey Richards versus Michael Bennett on it. Adam Cole versus Roderick Strong. This is from Birmingham, Alabama in, oh man, 2013. We're already running, we're going to have to switch batteries out here shortly, but we'll go as far as this battery will take us, and we'll just have to chunk the video together. We have this is an ROH, Steel City Clash from 2009. There's an ROH from Pennsylvania 2005. We should be looking at these a little closer, probably, just to, I guess you probably want to see who the matches are. This is the one from 2005. We have Nigel McGuinness versus BJ Whitmer. That should be good. A 6-man elimination match for the fittest of the fittest final. Colt Cabana, Roderick Strong, Samoa Joe in ROH at that time. I don't see Bryan Danielson. This was from March of 2009. We have another ROH. This one's from 2007 from Las Vegas, October 2007. We have another tournament of some kind. There's Nigel McGuinness versus Bryan Danielson. That should be a good match right there. So some basic ROH at this point. You can't go wrong there. Dayton, Ohio, Weekend of Champions, Night 1, 2006. I did order a bunch of random ROH. I think that's maybe what these are at this point. This is an ROH. I've never seen Kevin Steen's on it. And that's one of the Briscoe brothers, it looks like. This is from 2013. That's kind of cool. I don't believe I have that one. So that's, I don't... Road to Best in the World, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's a newer one, too, 2016. And that's the thing, they just kind of throw these in. We should see some of the matches. You can look up most of these matches online. This is going to take forever to get through, so we're not going to go through each match individually. Here's another Night 2 of Best in the World. It definitely looks a lot newer. That's when Jay Lethal was with, oh, I should know his name. I know someone will put it in the comments now because I can't think of his name. I bet I can find it on back. I met him a couple times. He's really nice. I feel bad I forgot what his name was. It's been a while since I've seen him. We have, it looks like, a whole bunch of these. So these are all newer ROH, which is awesome. We have the Reloaded Tour from Pittsburgh in September of 16. We have Dearborn, Michigan in September of 15. Hey, if we get one from Hopkins, Minnesota, I'll have to figure out the year. That was their front row. That'd be cool. I've actually never picked up that DVD, so I don't have a lot of ROH DVDs. That's why I've ordered so many random. This is a great mix. Yeah, I think I'm going to look, and hopefully I can put another order tonight and get some more ROH stuff. Well, here's another couple from Milwaukee. We always have Kevin Steen. These are really nice because I have a lot of the older ROH, but not all these ones. Here's one from Chicago where it looks Lethal and Chicago's own Colt Cabana. Pretty cool. There's just so many to go through. This is going to take a long time, but hey, if you're watching, you probably enjoy it like I do. Here's ROH 2016. Let's take a look closer. We have the Young Bucks in this one. Bobby Fish, Adam Cole, the Young Bucks, and Bobby Fish versus Dalton Castle, Colt Cabana, and the Briscoes. Talk about a main event right there. Oh, this is Glory by Honor 15. So it's a little bigger event. That's probably why we had such a good match. And here's Glory by Honor 13. Man, this is why I love ordering these random things, because there's so many this is hours and hours of fun stuff to watch. Here's something I've never seen. Field of Honor 2014. A lot of good ROH stuff. Here's the Field of Honor 2016. That looks like Adam Cole on the cover. He's going to have, two Japanese names. Oh, Tanahashi. Met him at WrestleCon a couple years ago, so that's pretty cool. Look at that main event. It's pretty cool. That is August of 2000. Field of Honor, another one. And we have Death Before Dishonor. I've heard of these before. This one came from Las Vegas in August of 16. Main event, we have Cole versus Lethal. Lethal was a champion at the time. Look at that. You have another Tanahashi, and then you have The Addiction. Like The Addiction, I believe that's Daniels, and they're now SoCal Uncensored, but they were The Addiction at the time. Looks like we have Stacy Keibler magazine. Gordon, okay, these are my books, I guess. Gordon Soley's up. That's hardcover. That's pretty cool. That's a nice book. That's going to be a good one to read. And some random program. That might be it for the books. I think almost everything else is DVDs at this point. And yeah, there's still 2 more layers. So let's go to this side. And we have another ROH. We are getting a lot of ROH. This one's from last night. 14th anniversary from last night. Yeah, this is newer stuff. We have O'Reilly versus Cole, and Lethal versus O'Reilly versus Cole triple threat match for the main event championship. Reclamation Night 2, I believe this is still ROH. Yeah, we're getting a lot of ROH, but this is good. Yeah, you can't beat this stuff. You have Kevin Steen in that one, but the tag team American Wolves versus Elgin and Lethal. That's a type of ROH I am not familiar with as much as other. Here's an older one from 2009. We're going to have to speed this up a little bit. Hey, Battle from St. Paul. This is not one I went to. I'm surprised. I was probably living in the area in 2007, but did not make it. Another. No, that's Tashi Morishima versus Austin Aries. That was back when Austin Aries was in ROH. Here's 2012. So yeah, very good. You get a little bit of everything. I don't know if there's any junk ROH DVD. Everyone like Kevin Steen versus Eddie Kingston. This whole row looks like ROH. Here's a newer one again because it's a little small. This is 2016 from Baltimore, Maryland. Aftershock. It's just the Aftershock tour. With, look at that, meaning Bullet Club versus Lethal, Cabana, and Jay Briscoe it would be. And yeah, Brew City Beatdown. I'm gonna guess that's Milwaukee. With Briscoes versus Kevin Steen and Jimmy Jacobs. Now, so many great people go through ROH and then they do something else, and some of them saying, yeah, unfortunately they lose a lot of their talent to others, but especially now with AEW, that's kind of, this is 2006, Chicago's Spectacular. I'm pretty sure that's a duplicate, but we haven't, it's just been a good mix. Here's Texas, that's 2013, let's see who's going there. That was when Richards had his little, we have Briscoe versus Richard, and Cole, no, that's Briscoe versus Richard, yeah. For a while there, Lethal was a champion for a long time. Lethal versus ACH, that should be a good match. These are all ROH so far, and so far we are very impressed. We got some older ones. This one probably a duplicate. I have almost all the ROH from early on, but a lot of newer stuff too. Good thing they must run out of the old stuff. Champions versus All-Stars. Just to get an idea, we have Mark Briscoe versus Silas Young. Rising above 2012. That looks like Adam Cole. Jay and Mark Briscoe versus Wrestling's Greatest Tag Team. And for someone who has their own wrestling YouTube channel, you think I'd know who that is, but I really don't, because I did not watch ROH in 2012, and it's been a while since I've seen a DVD from that. So you can tell me who that is too if you. I love comments. It's just a lot of fun. If you're like me, you just like anything wrestling. Half the time you have no idea what's going on, but it's just tons of wrestling to watch. This was Battle of Richmond, by the way. Just kind of like, man, I could never imagine this. Getting this. Is that Alex Shelley made in Detroit? That's a 2-disc Alex Shelley set, and I definitely do not have this one. I love Alex Shelley too. Both of the machine. I hope we get some machine gun matches and just not all Alex Shelley, but not that I have anything just against it. There we go. Yep, we have like the. I just love the machine. I think the machine guns make a really good team. They're one of those that they belong as a team together. Okay, got a fresh battery right where we left off. Dragon's Reign. This is from Pennsylvania. This is ROH, okay? Didn't make that obvious from the cover. It looked like ROH. So you have O'Reilly and Fish against Jay and Mark Briscoe. World Tag Title match. So that's about, I don't have a year on that. Actually, I do have a year on that. 2013, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, so far I've been very happy with the ROH. Here's an older one. That looks like a duplicate. Yeah, these are the ones that I was hoping not to get a lot of, and so far so good. Not that this isn't great wrestling either. I mean, look at that. Jerry Lynn, Jimmy Jacobs, Tyler Black. It's known as Seth Rollins, so that's good. If I do have that one, then I always take them to the Hall of Fame and sell them or trade them with other people in it. I do not have this one. I've never seen this one before, so that's pretty good. This must be, I mean, that's Kevin Owens or Kevin Steen back then. Probably 2013. That's a good year. Yeah, I have the whole 2013 set. I really appreciate it because I ordered a whole bunch of the stuff too, and they have not given me any duplicates yet. Because that's, I think they really try. I mean, Highspots is pretty classy. And they like to try to help their fans, and they could certainly just give me about 10 of the same things they're trying to get rid of, but they have a really good section. This one's got a women's match as the main event from the looks of it. No, you have Ace. Nope, the main event is ACH. Well, what is it? It's a mixed gender match, and you have Miss Chief in there along with Athena. That's also 2013. I actually never even heard of that event, so this is pretty cool. That's one I definitely do not have. This is gonna. I'll have to do an ROH thing after this. Ooh, this was 2013 from Hopkins. I'm sure I was there. That was not the one I was in the front row for, though, unfortunately. Adam Cole versus the Honor Rumble winner. Yeah, I was there like in 2005, front row 2015, if I remember. Even though sometimes the year, that had been 5 years ago already. It might have even been like 2016. Time flies when life happens. Live and Let. I've actually heard of that. I'm getting like, I got like the whole 2013 cover, obviously. And here's Reclamation Night. This is ROH. Other 2000, yeah, it's like they went through 2013 and just decided we're going to give you like every DVD possible. And I am not complaining. Look at it, but because I appreciate. I mean, they probably figured that way they get me all different ones too. Look at that, Jay Lethal, and that one too. Adam Cole versus Roderick Strong, and looks like you have the Red Dragon again, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly versus Michael Elgin and Jay Lethal. Yeah, this is good stuff here. Oh wow. I see some random stuff coming on the next row, and I'm trying not to get ahead of myself. Yeah, this is just all 2013. American Wolves versus Briscoe Brothers. Yeah, that's a good match right there. And this one's an older one. This one, probably a duplicate, so yeah, like I said, take it to one of the Hall of Fame shows and trade it up. Okay, that was just row. It looks like we have 2 more full rows yet to go. Well, this one's you can kind of see coming, so we're going to go off a little bit. Okay, these look like the NWA Legends. These are actually Highspots themselves. I'm pretty sure these are just like, yeah, FanFest question and answers. That's what I was thinking. Very interesting. Terry Funk. Oh, I'm sure. Man, they get the right people to do this, too. I mean, Terry Funk's just going to go off on anything. Jim Cornette, I still think between him and Heenan would be the 2 people that I'd love to hear just talk the most, especially like shoots. Cornette versus... Can you think of anyone else? Actually, another... Hey, if you want to comment, who else do you want to just hear shoot about anything wrestling? I would put Heenan and Cornette as my top two. I didn't think about this ahead of time. Let's see if I can think of anybody else. Roddy Piper's usually pretty entertaining. Dusty Rhodes doesn't do it a lot. He would be kind of entertaining. And yeah, those are kind of the people I'm thinking of right now. I'm just trying to think if there's anyone else like from old school that would just be really interesting. J.J. Dillon, he's going to be a little more, I don't think he's predictable. He's not going to be so much off the wall. So that'd be kind of interesting. And Bret Hart, another very interesting. Yeah, they do pick usually good people for these questions. Yeah, they're all question and answer series, so that should be good. So that was kind of that part. Looks like we have some other random. Let's just keep going then. FIP. Not sure if this is an ROH or if this is just an FIP. I mean, do we have Brian Danielson versus Roderick Strong? I mean, it's kind of a mix, so I don't know if I put it in my ROH. It looks like I do have some other FIPs too, so not sure what I do with that one. This one looks interesting. Pancakes and Pile Drivers. Isn't that like a WrestleCon show of some kind? I think that's like a show they do on WrestleCon weekend. Here's the Wrestling Revolver debut show. Wow, how old is school is that? 2016. Okay, I thought Wrestling Revolver was a little bit older than that, but this was their debut show. Oh, they got Billy Gunn versus John Hennigan, or John, I believe that's John Morrison. Sami Callihan versus Bob Holly. Rhino versus... So you kind of have like some old school against new school. So I was right with the old school comment. Tommy Dreamer versus Eric Cannon. He's really a nice guy. I love him. I mean, he's a local in Minnesota when I lived there. Talked to him a few times. Very nice guy. And a very good wrestler, too. So, not too bad. Here, what is... Okay, this is all... Yeah, this is a little bit... This is not... Oh, this is Dragon Gate USA. Okay. Yeah, so this is going to be a little less familiar, but still. But here you got the Young Bucks. And there you got Johnny Gargano versus Brian Kendricks, Sami Callihan on the list, Chuck Taylor on the list. Yeah, and there's Eric Cannon again. So that's a Dragon Gate USA DVD. We have Super Card 2013 from Pro Wrestling Syndicate. This is from New Jersey. Lance Anoa'i, that must be one of the, from like the, maybe Office family. Big Van Vader was there. Wow, 2013. That'd be interesting to see. That's why sometimes these are just fun, because you have the Heavenly, but that's the new Dustin and Justin. I think that's the new Heavenly Bodies. Tom Pritchard's there too. Rock and Roll Express. Wow, so you're going to get some 80s and 90s legends in 2013. Oh, that's night 2. I think we actually might have gotten night 1 early. Oh, no, here's night 1. I did see night 1, but yeah. Does Kevin Steen. So actually, it's not bad talent either. Another John Morrison versus the Pope. Rock and Roll Express go back to back. Kevin Matthews versus Colt Cabana. Jushin Liger even gets to wrestle, so... Yeah, that's a two discs or 2 DVD set, but in 2 separate nights. Omega, do not believe that's Kenny Omega. Oh, Uncommon Passion. I think that's his own Highspots. I think that's his own wrestling league. Yeah, out in the Carolinas it says. I don't know if that's there's gonna be matches or if that's just a history of Omega wrestling. Either way, it can't be too bad. Okay, we have a small section of FIPs. These might be from the independent wrestling section. I don't mind FIP, but I think I have some of these, which is a little unfortunate, but I always have to take a chance on some of these. I like independent wrestling. That's the problem with independent wrestling, is they don't have a lot. I like the really obscure stuff, and we're hoping that we get some of that. And it seems like FIP maybe is more where you're... Yeah, there's like going to be 6 more FIPs here. I mean, not bad for the price I paid, but nothing I'm too excited about. First little jaunt I'm not that excited about, but we're just going to kind of speed through those if you want to look them up online, because we still have so many more to go, so we're going to have to keep it moving through here. Like, I mean, yeah, to go that far and get a few that I'm not that excited about, not too bad. Okay, this would be from the shoot side. That Orlando Jordan Highspots, very interesting shoot right off the bat. Okay, so if you watched my last Highspots unboxing, which was unboxing a spindle, you know I'm a huge shoot fan. Oh, this one is going to be one of my first watches. Rocky Johnson just passed away. I did get his book. Found that that's a rare item as well. But now we can hear him in a shoot. This is from 2004. So that is going to be one of the first things I watch, because that should be interesting. Shane Helms, another shoot. At least I don't have these, and I have a lot of shoots, probably about 300 right now, maybe even a few more than that. So to find if there's so many, that's why there's so many shoots. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm just going to admit once again that I'm not the most. I don't know everything wrestling. I have no idea who this is. Chris Hamrick. Let's see if we can figure it out from the back. Sometimes he's under a different name. FWA. He did have some ECW, and he actually worked a little bit in the WWF, it says. I do not recognize him. I mean, I really don't. I should. I mean, I'm sure once I look it up, it'll make sense, but still, that'd be great, because I certainly don't have that shoot. Now, oh, these are more ROH and some thinner ones, but that's actually good, because sometimes you run out of room trying to display all your DVDs. Actually, let's go through the Dayton, Ohio from 2014. So yeah, I mean, you get a few of those FIPs, which is a little disappointing, but then right back to some great stuff. That's before Dishonor. Conquest Tour. Was that a duplicate? That might be my first duplicate. It might be a different one too, but like I said, some of these you can take to. There we have Jay Lethal. So 2015 was the time Lethal was champion. He was champion for a while too, and a great champion. Lethal's awesome. I like Lethal a lot. I think he's very entertaining. Aftershock Tour from this is maybe what one we should be looking for. One from Hopkins, Minnesota, but so far no luck. Seems to be a lot of ROH from Milwaukee. Here's one from Chicago. Samoa Joe's in that one. And they had the Conquest Tour. There seems to be a lot of Conquest Tours from different cities, so they are different. Here's Conquest Tour 2016 from Philly. Another Jay Lethal, still champion 2016. This time he's gonna. Oh, this time Taylor Hendricks is joining him against Matt Sydal. Here's one from Rhode Island 2016. Might actually have a new champion by that time. The Briscoes. Can't tell who the champion is at this point. Young Bucks on that one. You can never go wrong there. Looks like we have another Gordon Soley book hiding. Let's do this side next, actually. Oh, we got more FIPs. Yep, that's what they're going to give you for independence. Like I said, that's fine. And I'm just going to go through these really fast. Hey, X-Pac's at this one, though. So FIP's not a horrible one. It's not my favorite independent, but CM Punk. But now you're getting some people that are good. And I can actually maybe with another Punk one in that one. And here's 2008, and this one I do not have. So let's take a look at this one. Give a FIP a little love. I mean, don't look at that. Austin Aries versus Roderick Strong, Nigel McGuinness. It's kind of a mix. Briscoe, but they do get a lot of talent from the ROH. Tyler Black. So yeah, I mean, some more FIP. This is Heatstroke 07. Yeah, actually, these look like. I don't have a lot of FIP from these earliest. This one looks kind of familiar. This was from 2005. So we'll have to go through him. There's CM Punk headlining it. This is night 2. You have Adam Pearce, too. You can't go wrong with Adam Pearce stuff. And like I said, if they turn out to be duplicates, then people will buy, especially if CM Punk's in it. Let's take a break. These four look together. These are more like the independents that I wanted to get. Resistance Pro. Let's see if I've heard of any of these guys or gals. Snitsky. Gene Snitsky. And Jay Bradley. A couple of people, and that actually could be good. Here's another Resistance Pro from Chicago. Looks like John Morrison doing that one. Here's Resistance Pro Rise. There's the Davaris. I wonder where Resistance Pros... Oh, Chicago, this one's out of. Colt Cabana. So we got some decent guys there. Black Friday. El Generico, that would be Sami Zayn, I believe. The Almighty Sheik. Kyle O'Reilly. Yeah, so they get some people here, too, so that's not bad. Oh, we got 4 more Resistance Pro, too. Can't even tell what this one is. Rolling Thunder. Is it? Yeah, this is... Actually, I don't think this is Resistance Pro. I think this is just some other independent. Yeah, I'll let you see who's in it. So I'm guessing that's what all these are then. Give some other independents. Eventually, maybe we'll watch these, get them up on the channel. I mean, that's always my goal. It's just so hard to... so much to do. Actually, it helps I'm not going to be at WrestleMania for a week. I needed something to do that whole week. It's kind of sad. How many of you watching this, we're going to go to WrestleMania? And now we don't get to it until next year, Los Angeles, though. You know we'll be there. Okay, so we're going to just... We're going to go really fast through these FIPs because we still have another whole row to do. And so Florida, but there's Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson probably at that time. Another Adam Pearce, so you can't go wrong there. This is 2008. That's a little later than... I believe I see a Norman Smiley on this one. It's Guy Too Hottie, Jerry Lynn, Austin Aries. So these are still very watchable. That's the thing. It's not my favorite. I like the... I guess that's why... I shouldn't say it's not my favorite. I should say it's just... If I'm ordering random independent, I'm really looking for the obscure stuff. These are a little easier to find, which is probably why they're able to give them to me. And we did get a few obscure things. So 2005 seemed like the Bryan Danielson year, and Austin Aries year too. We're going to speed through these. Here's 2 out of 3 falls match from Florida, February 2007. Let's look at this one. We have Roderick Strong and Davey Richards. Yeah, Colt Cabana. Anything Colt Cabana's in. I don't... I'll bring if I have duplicates of the ones with Colt Cabana, he's usually at the Hall of Fame show. Maybe I can get people to buy him and then they can go get him autographed from Colt Cabana. A couple years ago, we had a table right next to his at the Hall of Fame show. It was really cool. Great guy. I like Colt. Fun guy. Good wrestler too. He was wrestling that night, and he did a good job. There's Jay Briscoe versus Necro Butcher. I've heard of him. Don't really know that much about him. Let's speed through these last FIPs. I want to get to that bottom row and just see what else we have. There's 2005 from Tampa, 3rd anniversary show. This one has Dragon Gate. Okay, we'll take a slightly closer look at this one. Even though, of course, that's going to make it... They did not think of the background for people filming this, because that's really hard to read. Trying to film, but yeah, good show. Got a women's match in there. I have a stack over here. If you hear a crash, it's just a bunch of them falling, because running out of places to put these. Crystal River, Florida from 06. Since it's the last one, we'll see at least Roderick Strong, Colt Cabana, Eric Stevens, I mean, he came up for a while. Bryan Danielson, Austin Aries. Oh, with Austin, yeah. Yeah, can't go wrong. Okay, we're down to our final. We have one more Golden Solely book. And we're down to our final road. We have been so very happy, and I do not see any more FIP, so that's good. It looks like we have the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla down there, which makes sense. And who knows what? It looks like some more shoots than two, which would make sense. So let's just see what we got. Here we have something called, this might be, oh, this is Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Thought I might, hey, that's because I have a lot of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. I've never seen this one. The matches are really small, so it's going to be hard to see who's in it. You almost have to look at the pictures. Could we even get a year or anything? Man. May 9th, 2010, out of California. I don't know if you can read that. But Pro Wrestling... I wonder if I was at that show. If that was... May... No, that's... I was at Wrestlemania in 2010 out in Los Angeles. But I don't believe that's the same show. Because I believe I'm not sure where that was considered. If it's just Los Angeles or if that's like... I know there's like a Culver City out there. This one's kind of on its own for Women Extreme Wrestling. I've seen this one a few times and I've never owned it, so could be interesting. Not really my top choice, but these look like some shoots. Conan shoot. I have a Conan shoot, but it's not this one. This one looks like it's Highspots. I'm not sure who that is with Conan. I guess it's Rob Viper, maybe. You can get a courtesy match. And this one was from the Wrestling Network. I'm not sure on that one. This is Tremendously Awkward with Dan Barry and Bill Carr. I have no idea. It's an hour and a half. I have no idea, honestly. Here's a Mikey Whipwreck. It's probably Mikey Whipwreck shoot interview. I met him at one of the wrestling unions out in Los Angeles, so don't really know that much else about him, so could have some ECW stories. Got away from the shoots for a second. This is Memphis Wrestling. Looks like maybe the best. This is for the best. Can't go wrong with Memphis Wrestling. Here's a shoot with Billy Gunn. I have at least 2 or 3 shoots with Billy Gunn. I don't know if this one's... He seems to do a lot of shoots. Not sure if this is one I have or not. So, feels like it's a 2-disc set. Let's actually... We haven't opened many of these. It is a 2-disc set, though, so that's pretty cool. He actually talks a lot, I guess. Oh, we have one... Oh, we're back to Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. DDT 4 from 2013. Briscoe Brothers versus El Generico versus Steen, and that would be the other guy, Sami Zayn. Scared Straight. This must be Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Yep. Wrestling's Last Rebel, Bruiser Brody. This one I got 2 of because I thought I might know someone else who might want one of these. I've not seen that, and I'm really looking forward to watching that. Actually, let's take a look at it, since it's supposed to be really good. And it's like a 3-disc set, so I'm really looking forward to that. Dick Slater. That's just a basic shoot from Highspots. Can't go wrong there, but I do appreciate them. I mean, they're not giving me duplicates. Shoot interview with a double-disc set with David Sammartino. That could be really interesting. That's actually one of those more interesting ones. I like Wrestlemania 1. Oh, we do still have another last minute FIP. We are so running out of spots to put these. Devin Moore backstage pass. I'm going to assume that's in the shoot interview category. And I should know who Devin Moore is, but I really don't. 2014, it was filmed. I have no idea. But I don't have it, and I like Katrina Lee. Winter. Katie Lee, Winter. I don't know what else she's wrestled under. Looks like Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. And it looks like we're going to have... Okay, just had to reset it one more time. And now we are to, this is Pro Wrestling Guerrilla Neon. I didn't realize they ever got thinner. I'm guessing this is a little newer one. Adam Brooks versus Brody King. Dalton Castle versus Joey Janela. Definitely, I don't have to see a date. There it is, 2018. Wow. That's good because I have a lot of old Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. I definitely don't have that one. Here we have Curse of, this is one I think we're looking at right before we had a reset. Curse of Guerrilla, I've never seen that one, so it's going to take a couple days just to get all these figured out where they go. The next show, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Here's another Hollywood, California. I wonder if that would be around Wrestle Reunion time. This is 2004. They actually did, I mean, I was not at Wrestle Reunion that year, but so that's really cool. You got like 2016 all the way back to 2004. They do give you wow. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla looks like Drew McIntyre. And it's Bowie. I can't even tell what that is. Chuck Taylor. Also, I think it's just a regular show. Yeah, there it is. 2018 from, no, it's 2016 from, we can't tell where it's from. Oh, from California. Odd Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, I think. It happened to 1.21 gigawatts. I have this one, but that's okay. Kevin Steen, can't go wrong there. Looks like Cesaro. All nude review, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Some interesting titles that they come up with sometimes. This is Dia Los Dangerous from Red Zest. I'm guessing it's 2008, so it's a good mix of years for Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Looks like we have about another handful of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Actually, it looks like we're going to get a Buddy Landell shoot. There's a good one. Oh, these shoots are so interesting. And okay, this looks like we're back to Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, and Bryan Danielson was the champion at this time. So can't tell who some of these people are. Jack Evans, Chris Hero, El Generico, Roderick Strong, Young Bucks, Claudia Castagnoli, there would be another Cesaro, Carl Anderson. And there's even bonus DVD commentary according to that. Schadenfreude, maybe from Germany. Bryan Danielson, El Generico, Roderick Strong. You get a lot of the same. I mean, they didn't have quite the talent that, the depth to their roster that some of the other people had. So you get some of the same, and then they just would have to move around a little bit, but still different places. Another one, this is Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. I've never seen this one, so that's pretty cool. So a couple more Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. European Vacation Germany. Does not ring a bell either. 2006, wow. I mean, I don't know everything I have constantly either. Joey Ryan in Pro Wrestling 2006. I did not realize he'd been around that long. But in the young AJ Styles as well. You know, he would have been already in TNA at that time, so that's interesting. And Free Admission, Just Kidding. I think I remember that title too, so I'm guessing, and that looks like it was around the same, so is that 2006 maybe? Let's see if we can get 2004 from Hollywood, California. So there's definitely some good stuff. I'm going to be it's going to be fun to put my Pro Wrestling Guerrilla set together. All in Funk shoot interview. Thought for a minute there we have Terry Funk or Dory Funk Jr. or something, but I'm guessing this is a little different. Let's take a look at this one. Alien Funk has had several different names and places, from Kiwi to Funkster to Bruce to Chi Chi, from WCW to NWA to early TNA. I did not realize that. WCW, and then, yeah. Sometimes those shoot interviews with people that you don't know quite as much about, it's kind of interesting. Actually, I can't tell if that's, I mean, it actually looks like maybe it's a one-disc set, but well, I know for sure I don't have it. So it should be interesting. Is it a Highspots? It's a Highspots, yeah. It's a 55. It's a short shoot, which is kind of sad, but definitely they don't have it. Robert Fuller. Pretty sure I have this one. Not a bad one, but RF. Oh, sorry. Okay, I got a little excited there. I have not seen. I would have known. Hosted by Ethan Page. Swoggles. This is after. This is probably a little newer. This is Wrestling Network again. Does not have the date right on it, but how long did they talk to him for? 104 minutes. That's at least a decent shoot. Oh, wow. Duggan. RF, yep. RF, Jim Duggan. It's going to be a classic. I heard something shake around there. Nope, it's just a basic Jim Duggan shoot. Jimmy Jacobs. Besties. I can't tell. I'm assuming this is kind of a shoot. 1 hour 21. I mean, some of these are kind of look obscure, and I mean, like, but at the same time, I know I don't have stuff like this, which is always really exciting when you order. Whoa! This is a 2-disc set with B. Brian Blair, current president of the Cauliflower Alley Club. I have always got along good with B. Brian Blair, and so I have much respect for him. And not only, I mean, his wrestling as well. I loved the Killer Bees. I know he did some in Florida as well. I don't know quite as... I know he was pretty successful and stuff, too. And then he even went to the UWF, but that was like the second UWF, like in about 1990, when, yeah, it wasn't like the UWF from that was Mid-South. It was like the UWF. He ran some ESPN television for a while. Him, Cowboy Bob Orton, Paul Orndorff, I think Sonny Beach was there. Who else was in that UWF? I can almost picture. Oh, he was, yeah. So he was one of the top names in that one. This is a 2-disc set. It's from Highspots, which is always good. I do not have it. It should be really interesting. But he's also Cauliflower Alley Club president today, and he's been for about a few years now. Sometimes rubs people the wrong way, and I've got some other people who I respect who seem to be a little upset with some of the things he does with Cauliflower Alley. But at the same time, like I said, he's always been a class act to me, so I'm going to judge him on that. And this is going to be a very good DVD to hear what he says and see what he says. Yeah, I might learn a little bit about him as well, so pretty cool. And another great shoot, Ox Baker. A little before my time, but should be a very good shoot right there. That's from RF. Okay, that makes sense. Getting down to the finals. Let's start at this side, because I see 3 Memphis. And this stuff you pretty much... This is a fabulous ones in Memphis. That's pretty cool. If you love the fabulous ones, check out there's a Jerry Lawler interview earlier on this channel. It's from a WrestleCon, and he actually talks a lot about how the fabulous ones were making $1,000 a week just on little 4x6 photos selling at the arena. Memphis' great managers, Jimmy Cornette. As I said earlier, anything with Jimmy Cornette. I don't know that much about these classic Memphis wrestlings. I got a few of them, so it should be. I love Memphis wrestling. And this is Jimmy Hart, the early years. Those are all going to be, if they're done well, they're going to be interesting. So I'm very curious on those. West Virginia road trip with Tracy Smothers and Paul London. 2 guys. Tracy Smothers, I met him at WrestleCon from WrestleMania 35 in New York. Really nice. Talked to him for a little bit. Really nice guy. I think he's battling some health issues right now, so we wish you well, Tracy. You were very classy, and I liked your wrestling too. And then someone a little younger, Paul London, who, if you've ever met him at a show, he's a huge, you can just tell he's a huge wrestling fan. He likes to be creative. This one I'm guessing is a 2-disc. It says 2-disc. I don't even have to open it. So yeah, it feels heavy. Team Sexy, Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis. I'm guessing this is a little bit before WWE time, so could be interesting. Got some bonus matches there too, so yeah, they're kind of, unfortunately, I mean, they're good enough for WWE, but then they kind of get buried when they come to WWE. I like them both. They're both Really cool. Here we have the Legends 2009 from Charlotte. It's a 6-disc set. It's a huge set. So it's just all about the Legends Fan Fest. I love stuff like this, so that's a winner. The Boogie Woogie Front Yard Tour. That's with George South from the looks of it. I wonder if that has anything to do with Jimmy Valiant as well. Either way, you can't go up. Jimmy Valiant's there too. I have no idea what this is, but could be interesting. George South and Jimmy Valiant, I mean, you're not going to not be interesting. Oh, one more Memphis, best of Jeff Jarrett. Breakfast in Bed with Sin Booty and Stacey Carter. I believe they're married. If not married, at least I believe they're together one way or another. If I'm not mistaken on that. Oh, you're not going to be able to tell exactly. There's a lot in that one. Could be interesting, though. Could be very interesting. I've heard of this one before, so that's going to be high on the list. Wendy Richter. I'm not big on these. I know... Is it this company? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think this is the best shoot company. Yeah, it's an hour 8. But I do love Wendy Richter, so... I guess, I mean, so yeah, I wish it would be like RF or Highspots themselves doing it. I don't think we're going to get the best shoot, but hopefully we get an hour 8 of something good. Because Sergeant Slaughter shoot interview 2-disc set. Pro Wrestling Diary, yeah. Not thrilled. Once again, Pro Wrestling Diaries, they're not been thrilled with their work, but at the same time, Slaughter is kind of interesting. If you went back and looked at my other Highspots, I'm pretty sure we got this one unboxed on the spindle. So now at least we have the case for it. And 2-disc set at least, so I guess it's fine. Yep, Nikolai Volkov. I guess you have to figure this when you get the shoots. They probably have tons of these. Pro Wrestling PWD. And, of course, the Nelson Fraser. So, well, we've had a couple, 2 small snakes. And that's not. And, of course, Diamond Dallas Page. Yeah, some of these are, for shoots, are a little bit more. And they're at the bottom. They're probably like the first ones you get. Skander Akbar. Okay, but then they come back with a solid RF title. And that could be just really interesting. I've never heard Skander before, so... Chris Adams. Gentleman Chris Adams. It's just a shoot interview, okay? We have, I believe, Gentleman's Choice as a DVD. But now this is the shoot with Chris Adams. Actually, we're just going to... RF again. Brian Adidas. Actually, now, I think we're to the A's. So we got Brian Adidas. A couple... That's 2 people who have some WCCW World Class days. This one's RF as well, so... I would certainly enjoy that. I love hearing about it. Yep, we got picked out of the A's, it looks like. Ken Anderson. I know I have at least one shoot with Ken, but this one doesn't look... I'm pretty sure he's done some shoots. It feels heavy. I'm going to check. Is it 1 disc? Or, it's 2 discs. Yep, it felt like it could be 2 discs. I don't know. It's an average, especially since it's a 2-disc set. I'm not... It's interesting. I think he's done enough shoots, and I mean, I think I'm going to know a lot of the stuff he says in the shoots, but we'll see. If they ask the right questions, it could be. And shoot interviews with the Back Seat Boys. Volumes 1, what a way to add, because we don't know anything about this, so the good news is we don't have it. And volumes 1 and 2, so I'm going to guess, yes, 2-disc set. Let's read about it since this is the last one, and we still have time. We have some names. Trent Acid and Johnny Kazmark. I mean, I'm just wondering if we get anything into the... Who knows? Who knows? 2-disc set with the shoots. Well, that was everything. Thanks, Highspots. I hope that your things are going well with you. I know you guys said that you have some bills and you have to figure out the hotel situation, and it was kind of interesting too. You got to kind of hear about Highspots and how much it goes into, how much it costs for them to start WrestleCon. I mean, obviously they make a ton of money. I mean, if you've ever seen the lines of how many people go through, and then they get all the vendor money and stuff too, and then they sell the stuff themselves, and even like the t-shirts and stuff. But yeah, there were some high amounts that go into WrestleCon, and so I hope I helped you out by buying some DVDs. I'm sure happy with what I got, and this is going to be hours and hours of fun watching. A few disappointments, but overall very, very happy, like usual with you guys. And yeah, I guess, yeah, the FIPs, I was hoping for a little bit something different with the independent stuff, but like I said, there's not a lot of independent. A lot of stuff, independent stuff, just goes out through their own and not through Highspots. So that's part of their problem, probably. And then, yeah, not through the PWD shoots, but there's like 4 of those, so that's not too bad for how many shoots they get, like 30. So yeah. Once again, I think I'm going to actually go on a little later tonight. Maybe I might put in another. You might see my name again. I love Highspots. I talk to them every year when I go to WrestleCon. There's a couple of the people I know at the front desk now, and they know me, and we talk for a while. They know, actually, they think I'm from Minnesota. I'm from South Dakota now, so might confuse them next year. But class company, and I hope they get through this okay, because I know, yeah, it's hard for all of us fans not to go to WrestleMania, but they really had a lot invested in this, and I know it's a big thing for them every year, so I hope they do okay. Order DVDs from them. I mean, they have a lot of good stuff on their website. If you saw some of these, comment below. I'll try to answer your questions. If you have a question on specific, realize that we just went through like 300 DVDs, so it's going to be hard to find each individual one all the time. I'm going to try to get these organized somehow, but it's not always easy. Thanks for sticking around this long and watching. And check out, there is a Highspots spindle unboxing. If you like that, you can. They're not selling the spindles right now, but sometime in the future you might wanna check that out. If you really like unboxings, I did a mystery figure unboxing a few weeks ago, and that one seems to have some good comments on it too. Otherwise, check out the WrestleCon videos with like RVD, Rock and Roll Express, Jerry Lawler, Mean Gene Okerlund, and stuff like that. Those are some of my favorite videos, and those are earlier. If you're not going to get WrestleCon this year, that's the best we have. And we have WrestleCon from last year as well with that's what I was going to do this year with how popular that video became, just kind of a tour of WrestleCon. This year I was going to do like 4 or 5 of them at different times so we can see everybody at WrestleCon, so I guess we'll be doing that next year. Until then, please keep watching, and I know, yeah, if you're bored during the stay-at-home quarantine type stuff, there's lots of content on this channel, so thanks for watching.